Welcome back to more Sip2Tally, and on today's power rankings, we're at number 3. We're almost done. Only 3 teams left, and today's team is, you know what? Let's recap the countdown first. At number 32, we have LA Rams. 31, Detroit Lions. 30, Cardinals. 29, Commanders. 28, Panthers. 27, Colts. 26, Patriots. 25, Raiders. 24, Giants. 23, Buccaneers. 22, Texans. 21, Jaguars. 20, Broncos. 19, Texans. 18, Packers. 17, Vikings. 16, Steelers. 15, Falcons. 14, Chargers. 13, Dolphins. 12, Bears. 11, Jets. And your top 10. 10, Seattle Seahawks. 9, Chicago Bears. 8, New Orleans Saints. 7, Cincinnati Bengals. 6, Dallas Cowboys. 5, Buffalo Bills. 4, Kansas City Chiefs. And your number 3 team, San Francisco 49ers. And the big question about San Francisco 49ers and the thing that the 49ers players basically made a big fuss about at the end of the season, the quarterback position. In San Francisco's quarterback room, they got Brock Purdy, who's hurt for, I think, maybe mid-season, maybe. 49ers fans, if you're watching this, whether it be the chat box or comment section, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe mid-season. They added Sam Darnold and Trey Lance, who I think is healthy for training camp after missing last season. Where do you go? Brock Purdy, who, there's a video on this channel of me saying that the offense could kind of function no matter who the quarterback was, and Brock Purdy wasn't as good as people was making him out to be. Then there's Sam Darnold, who has been bounced around in his young career so far. Then you got Trey Lance, who showed promise but may or may not be what San Francisco traded up or gave up to get him for. It's a bunch of question marks in that quarterback room. I have that quarterback room ranked 23rd. Just a bunch of questions about that quarterback room, and just a bunch of questions about that quarterback room. For them to have this many questions about their quarterback room and still be the 3rd ranked team on this countdown says a lot about the rest of the team. For them to have issues at the quarterback position and they still are the 3rd ranked team on the More Sip2Tally Power Rankings, they've done a great job of team building. So let's get to the rest of the team and see where they rank. Let's go to their running back room. They have CMC, Christian McCaffrey, one of the most dynamic football players that I've seen, period. Elijah Mitchell, who's his backup, who is a solid backup. Jordan Mason and Davis Price. I have this running back room ranked 2nd. The dynamic duo of Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, and you throw in Deebo from time to time, has this running back room ranked 2nd in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey can do it all. Run the ball, only rushed for 742 yards, but also had 52 catches. He does whatever you need him to do. Like, played in 10 games, only played 11 games. But whatever you need Christian McCaffrey to do, he do it. He ended up playing quarterback when they didn't have a quarterback in the playoff game. So CMC can do it all. And at what? Man, that boy only 26. I thought he was older than that. 2nd ranked quarterback room. CMC can do it all. You slide over to their wide receiver room, and you look at Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. You add Jawan Jennings into that. They got depth with Ray McLeod, Danny Gray, Chris Connolly. It's the 4th best wide receiver room. Deebo's a star. Ayuk's a budding star. Juwan Jennings complements those guys perfectly. They complement what Shanahan does perfectly. You got a little depth in that room. You added Willie Snead, Ray McLeod, Chris Conley. You got depth. You got two superstars. Well, I can say two superstars. You got one superstar and you got a budding star in Ayuk, who runs some of the crispest routes that I've seen in a while. That boy can get in and out of breaks like nobody else. Well, there's a few other people in the league that can get in and out, but he just does it. He does it pretty darn good too. But I have them as the fourth best wide receiver room. Now you bounce on over to the tight end room. George Kittle. They got some other guys in that room. None really worth mentioning, but I'll mention them anyway. Cameron Latu, Charlie Warner, Ross Dwelly. But Kittle's the guy. I got him as the third best tight end room. Kittle's in that second realm of tight ends. We all know Kelsey's up there by himself. Then there's 3 or 4 other guys in that second round. I think Kittle is the leader of that second round. But that room as a whole, I have them as the third best room. And I think Kittle is the best blocking tight end in that second round. Kittle is one of the few that does everything. Running routes, catch the ball, blocking. Kelsey don't block very good. He will when he have to. He'll get in there and get his nose dirty. But Kittle's a way better blocker than Kelsey. Kelsey just runs amazing routes. Kelsey, we talking about Kittle. Their tight end room is ranked number 3. Kittle's a dog in his own right. He does what he needs to do. He plays so reckless sometimes that he gets himself hurt more than he needs to be. He's hurt. I ain't gonna say a lot. He's hurt, but he's hurt some. Let's see how many games did Kittle play last year. Played 15, so that's the most he's played in a while, I think. So he played 15 last year. And maybe I'm just thinking he's injured a lot. Let me check last year. Give me a second. I don't want to give you no bad information. Played 15 last year, 14 the year before that. I'll give you one more season so I can kind of get a better feel of it. Because again, I don't want to give you. And the year before they played 8. So the past 3, last year he played 15. Year before that he played 14. Season before that he only played 8. So that's kind of, I guess that's why I'm getting the injured thing. But he has played more each year from 3 years ago. So, but their tight end room I have ranked 3rd. Their O-line. On their O-line they have, let me get back to my proper season before I give you some numbers that don't match. On their O-line they have Trent Williams, who's one of the best. Even at his age, Trent's up there in age and still doing it at a high level. Aaron Banks, Jake Bendel, Spencer Buford, and Colton McKivitz. I have their O-line ranked 9th. Trent's a dog. And when I mean like nasty, like he get in there, get after it. Like Trent will pancake you and elbow you in the back of the head and kick you in the stomach while he getting up, and Trent is nasty. Trent an old school O-lineman. Old school. Trent is what they taught linemen to do when I was coming up. And I like it. But I got their O-line ranked 9th. Slide over to the defensive line edge group. Drake Jackson as a defensive end. That's the weak link. Drake Jackson would be the weak link. I'll go ahead and tell you. Because these next 3 names are not weak links at all. Drake Jackson is the weak link. If they had some name that was of significance at that defensive end, they probably would be one. They probably would be one. Javon Hargrave come over from from the Eagles, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa. Stamped. Certified. Now, those three guys going to make Drake Jackson better. But Drake Jackson is a weak link. And I'm not calling him sorry. I'm just saying those three guys are way better than him. And Nick Bosa, I think, is way better than all three of them, in my opinion. And, and I know a lot of people were perturbed by why I had the Chargers with Nick's brother Joey. Nick, a gazillion times better than Joey to me. But that's neither here nor there. That room, I have ranked 5th. And again, the D-line rankings, in my opinion, were so close that if they had any name that had some substance to it at that left defensive end position, they probably could have jumped up to 2, maybe even 1. But it's just that close to me, as far as, because they got 3 dudes. But I got them 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 could be interchangeable with this defensive. And again, I mentioned it on an earlier show. I could have did some 1As, 1Bs. And I ain't doing that, man. I ain't no ties. I'm gonna make a 1 through 32 and give it no ties, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This 5th, they 5th in my eyes. All right. Go over to their linebacker room. They're number 1. They got the best linebackers. Greenlaw, Warner. There's no need to even go into how, why, what, when, where. Those 2 monsters get after it in all aspects. They the best linebacker duo in the league. It's no doubt, no questions about it. They are. I ain't got to go into this long spiel about the Ravens linebackers or the Bears linebackers or whoever else linebacker crew you want to throw up in there. There's no linebacker duo in the league better than Greenlaw and Warner. Period. All right, on to cornerbacks. Did I mention they linebacker crew number 1? Okay, if I didn't, that is. Cornerbacks. Now, Travarius Ward, Lenoir. I can't really say Amador Lenoir. I think I said it right. I don't really have faith in those 2 guys. I don't. I got that cornerback room ranked 21st. I think this is the weak link of their defense. I think this position and the quarterback position is what keeps them from being 1 or 2 on my list. Ward, Lenoir, Avery Thomas, Isaiah Oliver. I got him ranked 21st, man. I know Ward's solid. Lenoir's supposed to be solid. I just need to see it. I just don't. I don't see it. I'll give you a few numbers real quick. Let me get to the defense. Ward had a pick last year. Passes defended. Let me see if I get that. He had 11 passes defended. Lenoir had 5 passes defended and a pick. Both of them played in all 17 games last year. Jimmy Ward had the most, not Chavis Ward. Jimmy Ward had the most picks for him last year, and he's not there anymore. If I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Ward went to the Houston Texans, I think. But again, their cornerback room ranked 21st. Go over to their safety room. The Gibson led the team last year with 5 picks, and he's still there. I think Gibson's solid. I really like Hufanga. He reminds me of Troy. Not saying he's of Troy's caliber, but with the hair and the way he runs around and how hard he plays, he reminds me of Troy. And I have their safety room ranked 12th. I think Hufanga's on his way to being one of those guys, one of those special guys. I think he's on his way. 12th ranked safety room for the 49ers. So when you put all those rankings together, it comes out to be 8.8888 8.889, which puts them at number 3 on the more Sip2Tally power rankings. I'll run over the position groups again so you can pause and let me know too high, too low, just right, spot on, overrated, underrated, and we can go from there. The quarterback room I have ranked 23rd. The running back room 2nd. Wide receiver room 4th. Tight ends 3rd. O-line 9th. Defensive line edge 5th. Linebacker room 1st. Cornerback room 2nd. Safety room 12th. Again, we put it all together and average it out. 8.888889, which puts them at number 3 on the more Sip2Tally power rankings. We got 2 teams left. 2. You get both of those teams tomorrow on Wednesday. I appreciate it, man. We made it to the end. We made it to the end. If you like the video, please like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed so far, and hit the bell so you can be notified when these final 2 teams come out tomorrow on Wednesday. So I thank you for coming out, man. It's been a long journey. Nice month worth of videos. I appreciate it. Proud. Whether you disagree or agree with the actual numbers and the rankings and whatnot, I'm proud for having the idea and putting it on video. So I'm just proud that I actually had the thought and got it done. And we at the end. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.